Molly Crosby is here. You know her. She's been on the show before. Husband Mason, great season. So close, huh?
Yes,
Oh,
but unfortunately in the NFL, close doesn't count for much.
I
right?
guess. We'll get them next year, right?
Next year, definitely. We had a good draft.
Yeah,
we're in good shape.
We really did. Are you enjoying your off time?
Completely. It's been an exciting year. I mean, Mason is pretty focused. We love being here in the off season, and so it really kind of has a nice flow to it. I can't wait for the season and having family come back in, and I enjoy kind of the ramped up part of the year, but you know, we've been doing our weekend projects, organizing our basement, all that sort of
Well, come to mine
stuff.
and help organize mine. But you know, I think that's really cool that you guys, neither one of you are from here, but you really embrace the city and it's home now. You know?
Oh my gosh, it's a great place to live. I mean, don't get me wrong, we take a nice chunk of time and we go and see family and do maybe a little bit of time in Arizona, but
it's cold. I understand.
But we miss
allowed.
it. We're always ready to get back.
Oh, that's so cool. And baby Nolan is not quite a baby anymore, huh?
Baby Nolan is not a baby anymore.
How old is he now?
He is just past 20 months.
Running and getting into everything?
He's a nut, but he's fun. He really keeps me busy, and usually if he's getting in trouble, it's a good sign that I'm just not really challenging him enough. You know, I need to get him to Stars Academy or something, go shake his wiggles out or whatever.
I understand. Well, it keeps you busy and keeps you moving, and you look fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
Molly is she's just passionate about eating a little healthier, but you know, when you first came on the show, you were like, you know, sometimes I'll cook for the Packers players, and they won't know that I sneak little certain things in there. So it's got to taste good, and that's how I feel about eating healthy too.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, it really was, and you talk about your mom on the show all the time and her influence, and for me it was my mother, always. Now that I'm a mom and wife, I realize that those meals didn't just show up on the table, and she put in so much effort, and more so, you know, now maybe I'm teaching my mom some funny things to do with brownies. It was that she taught me to want to learn and to keep trying, and that in the kitchen, you know, it's okay. We joke. Mason can always tell when it's a first run at a recipe because they're pretty rough, you know, at first. Like this brownie mix recipe we're going to do, I used a different mix the first time, and it was terrible. It was terrible.
We all mess up. Yeah. We all do, but that's all right. Get back on the horse and try again.
He choked a few down, though. Anyway, he's a good husband.
Oh, he is. He's a sweetheart. So actually, we're taking a box mix brownie, and we're making it super healthy with one other ingredient. We have no eggs, we have no oil, and it works.
It works.
I am like amazed by this.
It's delicious.
And they look fantastic.
Thank you.
So 2 ingredients to this recipe: black beans, 1 can, and 1 bax. And this is the brand you like, the Ghirardelli brownies.
I do. Here, let me tell you. I know that this is, you know, kind of a higher ticket item. Maybe if you're going for a box brownie mix, you go, why? And there's 2 reasons. First of all, the first time I was making these brownies, since we are not adding anything, they're dairy free, you know, etc. It was for a friend of mine whose child has a ton of allergies. So I tried a gluten-free brownie mix. What a train wreck. You cannot be messing around with like 10 different ingredients.
Okay.
So then I tried another one and another one and another one. And I was at Festival, and I loved their NutriVal system.
Yes, the NuVal, yeah.
You know what? Ghirardelli kicks all the other brownies' butts when it comes to the NuVal score.
Really?
This one I think was like a 10 or 11. The other ones were 2. And we're having some friends over for dinner tonight. I'll make these brownies for dessert, and I'm trying the walnut Ghirardelli brownie mix tonight, and that's like a 23 or 24.
Wow, okay.
So,
yeah.
I mean, if you have a chance to make a simple choice and have a more nutritious product, then I mean, why not?
And they're
right?
not that much more expensive. It's not like it's a $10 box. It's still a couple bucks a box. So it's one of the ones I reach for too. And if Molly mentioned the NuVal score, that's a thing that they do at Festival, where every food item has a score, 1 to 100. The higher the score, the better it is for you. So you don't have to read the back of every can. It just makes grocery shopping. If you're looking at different brownie mixes and one's a 10 and one's a 2, put the 10 or put the 20 in your cart. Cereal, when you're shopping for kids cereal, you know, it's like sometimes it's the cereal you say no to that is the one you should be saying yes to.
Well, okay, so here's a funny story on that. Nolan loves Annie's Organic Bunnies, right? And so I'm always grabbing cheddar. Then they got the system. Guess what? The chocolate is way healthier.
Isn't that funny?
So now Nolan gets chocolate bunnies instead of cheddar bunnies.
There you go. Yeah, so check that NuVal score.
Mom gets chocolate bunnies too.
I want chocolate bunnies now. Okay, so let's get to work on this recipe. So 1 box of a Ghirardelli brownie mix into just the dry mix. Yep. And then show us what we're going to do with these black beans.
Okay, well here's what happened. Nolan doesn't really like to eat meat.
Which a lot of babies don't.
Right, you know, maybe texture.
Right.
But he would eat black beans all the time.
Same
Mason
with
loves,
my son.
We have Mexican Monday. We usually always have Mexican food on Mondays.
Rinse and drain these? Okay, you can keep talking while I rinse and drain these beans. Okay.
And so I was looking online for recipes, stumbled upon this website. Sorry, my braces. I'll try and enunciate.
Oh gosh.
No Meat Athlete is the name of the website, and they had a recipe for black bean brownies. And I thought, okay, great. We're gonna actually stick those right back in the can.
Okay.
But the recipe was like 20 ingredients long, and I just and a lot of really specific ingredients that I'm never going to use again.
Right.
So
anything else in here?
We're going to top it off with water.
Fill the whole can with water. So we drained, rinsed, put the beans back in the can, and now we're going to mash
And just like that, we're almost halfway done. So I'm sitting at my MOPS group for moms with kids preschool age and younger, and I'm talking about this recipe, and they say, oh no, you just need to do a can of black beans and a box mix. I said, no way. And then I started experimenting. So that's...
You know, it's funny how much you can learn from other moms. It's amazing. So we're basically going to puree the beans until they're nice and smooth, Molly. And then we've greased an 8x8 just with cooking spray. What's the oven temperature we do? Regular, like according to the box?
I think it's 350. Actually, I think Ghirardelli is 325.
325, okay. And do they bake about the same time as regular brownies?
Well, it's about 42 minutes, but that was as per that box of mix.
Okay, so bake according to box directions.
All right.
And you don't taste the bean in here at all?
You do not taste it at all. In it goes, you mix it up and you're done.
So no dairy, lots of protein those beans are going to give this.
Lots of fiber.
Fiber. I do try and sneak beans into, you know, like chili and a lot of dishes. I sneak it in. The kids, they used to pick them out, and they don't anymore.
And word on a lot of these blogs and websites is that we can be doing this with garbanzo beans and white cake mixes. I've done cake now, same proportions, just one can. And Amy, I dare you to just try the mix.
I'm going to try one. All right. So then.
Even right now in its form, you will not taste black beans.
Really?
I promise you.
All right. You're right. All you do is taste the brownie mix. Yep. Yeah. And who doesn't like brownie batter?
So, I mean, it's not the healthiest brownie, but it is very healthy. This is my new signature.
Go-to dessert. And a little powdered sugar on the top. They bake up beautifully. They rise and the whole deal. Thanks for sharing. I love that.
My pleasure.
I think this is going to be everybody's new summer dessert.